Spend time with people who have been where you are and who are now on the other side. Spend time with people who get it. This isn't just about networking or about making connections. This is about learning by being around success. Welcome to the Spinoso Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Alex Spinoso, and my experience and expertise is in scaling all types of medical businesses to 7, 8, and 9 figures. And I'm sharing my journey with you. This isn't a podcast telling you you should do this. It's just letting you know this is how I did this. I want to help you build your business, take ownership of your life, and become a better leader at home and at work. And if you want to connect with me, you can go to dralexspinoso.com, look me up on IG, or join my exclusive medical mastermind at joincharismatics.com. Let's get into it today, guys. I got a special one for you. Today, I want to talk about something that can level up your success faster than almost anything else. And it's not some hidden business strategy. It's not a secret you can buy. It's not some $99 course. I'm talking about the power of proximity. Proximity means getting near or close. I'm talking about proximity to success, proximity to greatness. It's simple, but it's an absolute game changer. See, here's the truth. People influence people. You've heard that saying. You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Well, it's fucking true. The people you surround yourself with will impact your success, your habits, and even the way you think about what's possible. If you want to level up, you have got to get near people who are doing what you want to do, or who are at least a step or two above where you are right now. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you need to be best friends with billionaires or suddenly get into an invitation with a Jeff Bezos party. You're not going to chill with Elon anytime soon. Wake up. But I'm saying you need to be intentional about who you're spending time around, where you're putting yourself, and how you're creating opportunities to learn from people who are ahead of you is vital. So let's talk about some practical, no excuses ways to leverage this principle of proximity to level up. First and foremost, get near people who are a step up. If you're serious about growth, start by getting around people who are at least one step above where you are now. Maybe they're not billionaires. Maybe they're not celebrities. But maybe they're doing better than you are right now in some way financially, professionally, whatever that is. Spend time with people who have been where you are and who are now on the other side. Spend time with people who get it. This isn't just about networking or about making connections. This is about learning by being around success. Success, it's got a certain energy, a certain mindset. And if you've never been around it, you're missing out on one of the fastest ways to level up. You'll pick up on how these people think, how they handle problems, and what they're doing to keep growing. That's invaluable. And you can't get it from a book or a course. You have to be there. Which leads me to my second point. You have to put yourself in the right environments. If you're wondering how to meet successful people, the answer is pretty straightforward. Go where they go. Find ways to be in the same environments, even if that means being creative. I'll give you a few examples of this. You could become a bartender or a server at a high-end bar or restaurant where wealthy and successful people hang out. You'll not only make great connections, but you'll also get to observe how these people operate up close. Or do what I've done and splurge on a first-class airplane ticket every now and then. You see, it costs a little bit more, but you'll be sitting right next to people who are usually doing big things in life. You're investing in proximity. And if neither of those options work for you, there are still plenty of ways to get close to the action. Go to country clubs, high-end gyms, or even the lobby of a nice hotel bar. These are all places successful people frequent. Remember, you have to be intentional and you have to get creative. The point is to find ways to get yourself into places where you're rubbing shoulders with people who are operating at a higher level than you. They'll start to see you, they'll start to know your name. And most importantly, you'll start to soak up the way they approach life and work. And when you're around them, be intentional about your conversations. When you get in these environments, don't just be a wallflower. Strike up conversations, ask questions, be curious. Here's the trick: don't start by asking them for something. That is not going to go well. Nobody, and I mean nobody, likes that at all. Instead, ask about what they're doing, what excites them, what they're absolutely passionate about. What's the best thing about being them? Listen to their stories because success, it leaves clues. And these people will drop little insights all over the place if you're actually paying attention. If you're having a conversation with someone who's way ahead of you, remember this: don't be the smartest person in the room. Do the exact opposite. Do what I tell people all the time and be the dumbest person in the room. Be the one asking questions, taking mental notes, and showing that you're hungry to learn from them. This is what separates the people who just talk about success from the people who actually make it happen. You want to be in those conversations, soaking it all in and showing people you're serious about growth. And in the middle of that, create your own opportunities to connect. Now, here's the thing: if you're just waiting around for someone to invite you into these circles, well, you're going to be waiting a long time. Successful people are busy. They're not looking for mentees or buddies. They're looking for people who add value, who are interesting, who are going places. So create opportunities. Maybe you host a small event, a dinner, or a mastermind. It doesn't have to be flashy, but it has to be purposeful. Invite people who you think you can learn from. Again, even if they're just a step or two ahead. People love talking about their passions and achievements, and if you're the one bringing people together, you're instantly going to be remembered. And if hosting isn't your thing, try volunteering at industry events, conferences, or even charity functions. Be a part of something where successful people are present and active. Proximity isn't always about being front and center. Sometimes it's just about being there, in the same space, showing up consistently. And with those people, find ways to add value. Listen, if you want to get near successful people, you've got to actually bring something to the table. You can't just take. Think about what you can offer. Maybe it's a skill, maybe it's an introduction, maybe it's just being a reliable person they enjoy talking to. Find ways to add value before you ask for anything. Successful people remember those who bring value to the relationship. And I don't care what stage you're at, everyone has something to offer. Maybe you're great at tech, or maybe you're just a good listener. Offer to help with something, even if it's small. Building a relationship takes time. But if you focus on adding value, you'll be remembered as someone who's worth investing in. So here's the big takeaway: if you want to level up, get in the flight path of successful people. Let me say that again. Get in the flight path of successful people. Be intentional. Surround yourself with those who are ahead of you, even if it takes some creativity. The right proximity will change everything, and it will do it faster than you think. Because when you're around people who are successful, who are driven, who are making things happen, it rubs off on you. Their mindset, their habits, their energy, it all starts to influence you. And let me tell you, that's one of the greatest accelerators for growth. You don't have to know billionaires. You just have to get around people who are doing better than you, who think differently, and who challenge you to step it up. The right proximity will push you, inspire you, and make you level up faster than you ever could on your own. So get out there. Be intentional about where you're putting yourself and who you're surrounding yourself with. Because the people in your life will be a huge factor in determining the path of your success.